New England Patriots. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. That, like 20. Like 51. Rip left. Double. SOS.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Switch. Check 50. Hey, alert. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Topper.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big pickup of 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Take two of them. Wide. Get wide. Check three. Black is good.
First down, here's White. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check the backer.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 75 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
50. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Focus, focus. Small. No.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Lock going to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Watch the slant, watch the safety creep. 80 weapon. 5.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Hey, watch that.
2nd and 5 now. Lock. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 20. At the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's right. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Snickers, 66. Show that bench release and go.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
Here we go.
A big play there for New England. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 25 on second down. Lock. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Say.
A give to Michelle running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run on first down. White. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They run the draw play. This is White. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
Us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Another try after the first down sack. Lock. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Get ready. At their own 34-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Joe Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Left side, find them.
Running out of the gun with White. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
They stay on the ground with White. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Single, slap. Hey,
now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And able to to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On first down, Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Take 4, take 4. Bang, 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 bang.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Like 30. Watch the run. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. One day. Check, 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 check.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver, and even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score
60 Pittsburgh.
Broncos 21.
Hey, here we go. Count. 61, Matchbox Lights. Bam.
Another run by Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On the ready. Mike 54. Watch twins. Watch safety creeping. Greystone, Travis. They go.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Denver, and even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Locke to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. He's coming. We got time.
After the sack on 1st down, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, 75 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Throwing on third and long. Lock. Going right side here, and that's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Clock now to throw. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Lindsey. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They're going with Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Flushed out right. 20. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Pilot, 64. Weak.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will get them one closer. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now second and goal.
Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal.
Kickers, now spin. Undercut. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Pats, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.